evening. Let me take this opportunity to thank the organizers. We watch what's happening in Gaza with utter shock and disbelief in terms of the number of people that are dying on a daily basis, innocent women and children not involved in the conflict itself in one way or another. And so much has been said in terms of the case, the ICJ case, and events within Gaza itself. My previous panelist has alluded to the defunding issue. But the other question that is with us is the question around the international system itself. To what extent has Gaza exposed the declinings of the entire United Nations system, and more so the international liberal international order? And the bigger question that we are asking, given the double standards in the manner in which human rights is understood, practiced, and policies implemented, particularly by Western countries, Gaza has demonstrated quite clearly that we live in a parallel world order, a world of Western countries with certain set of norms and values that are not in line with the majority in the global South. And we are of the view that with the events in Gaza and so many, particularly on the African continent, where the very same standards are applied, the war in Ukraine is viewed, understood, and reported differently from what's happening in Gaza and these conflicts that I've mentioned. It's bringing us all to a realization and the need to firstly strengthen, unite the voice of the global South, and more importantly, to reopen some of the core issues, the lack of transformation of the entire international order, that there is a need of transformation and reforms at United Nations, including the exercise of the veto power. As it stands, United States abuses the veto. We've seen on 2, if not 3 occasions, United States has vetoed and taken particular view that is quite strange, not in line with what it preaches in terms of the respect of human rights, as it does on Ukraine. It also has demonstrated to all of us that we are not equal before international law, and therefore there is a need to expand the entire United Nations Security Council to ensure that there's equal representation of countries in the Middle East, on the African continent, Latin America, and Asia. And far beyond that, the practice of not just United States, the government, the media, scholars in the Western world, and the manner in which they have responded has also brought us more questions than answers, that they continue to look the other side. And one should not generalize. There are a number of scholars in the Western world that are pro-human rights, and they have been supportive on this particular issue. But the most influential scholars, many of them have been champions on the promotion of human rights. Some activists within Hollywood, actors who have been championed when it comes to Darfur, when it comes to a number of conflicts, who preach human rights, democracy, are nowhere to be seen. So I think the main message coming from the global south, in Africa in particular, is that we are watching. We are calling upon all scholars, the elites, to make their views heard. And in doing so, it is not a matter of supporting only the Palestinian. We support a two-state solution where the Israelis and the Palestinians live side by side with equal rights and decent livelihood. And in these discussions such as this, we call on the international community, as we did during the anti-apartheid, as we did during the colonial era, that we cannot rest until people of Palestine are free, people in Western Sahara are free, and so many other who are under colonial rule to be free in line with United Nations Human Rights Charter, United Nations norms and values that we all aspire to. I end my presentation on this note. I thank you.